Hey beautiful people, you're welcome to yet another tutorial. So for this tutorial, I'll be making use of 2.5 years of liquid Mikado and then the costume. I'll be showing us the costume later on. So how am I'm going to fold my fabric into 4 like this. I also use, if your length is more than, if you know that your height is more than 60, just make use of 4 yards, but my height is just 57, so I will just, and this fabric length is 60, so the length is okay for me. Now let's get into, I will make sure that I fold it into 4 equal parts like this. This is folded into 2, then I'll go again and fold into 4 this way. Okay, now I can now go ahead with our measurement. So from this part now, from here, I'm going to start measuring my, so here now I'm going to measure my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 13, half of 13 is 6.5, so I'll measure 6.5 here. Then my sleeve length, I want it to be 22 plus my shoulder. So let me see what I have here. 22 plus my shoulder, so I have 22 here. I might not be using 20 because I'll be, to come back to 20, I'll be folding 2 inches for my elastic casing at this point here. So this is 22. Let me just make use of everything. Yeah, so this is 22.5, so I'll mark out 22.5. Then I'll come to the edge here, the end here, I'll come down by 2 inches. So I'll come down by 2 inches. Then I'll connect it to my neck width. My neck width here is going to be 2.5. So I'll mark out 2.5 here. So I'll make a straight line from this 2 inches that is over there to my 2.5 here, like this. So this is my slope, my shoulder slope. Then I will now come down from that 2 inches. Yeah, I'm going to measure my sleeve, round sleeve, because it's going to have an elastic casing, so I'll be making use of 16 inches for the round sleeve so that I can have enough puff there. So I'll mark out 16 inches. So here is my 16 inches. Then I'll come in by 2 inches. No, I said that the 2 inches is going to be my elastic casing. So this is my elastic casing like this. So when I'm cutting, I'll just cut this part straight. It's going to be like this. Okay, so I'm done with the sleeve. Now let's go on. So from here now, I'll measure. So I'm just using this iron to hold the fabric down. It's slippery. Now from here now, I'll measure my hip length. My hip length is 24. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be making use of 26. So this is my hip length. Then I'll come down a bit so that the cowl sleeve, the cowl effect was a bit down. So from my, I'll come down a bit to 20 to 30, so that it will stop at around my, under my hip. So I added 4, it's 24. I added 6 inches to it. So from there, I'll mark my hip measurement. My hip measurement is, so here is it. I have to bring it closer to the camera so that you can see. So I'll mark my hip measurement. My hip measurement is 42. 42 divided by 4, that's 10.5. So 10.5, this is 10.5. I'm going to add 6 inches for ease allowance. So let me just make it 5 inches for ease allowance, or that freeness that you see. So whatever I have here is what I'm going to mark at the end. So I have 15.5. So I'll go to the hem and measure 15.5. So then I'll connect the line together to meet. Now, you know, this is 30. I mentioned 30 here. My new length is 40. My gown new length is 40 inches. So I want my slit to start from that new length, which is 40 inches. So I'll mark out this 40 inches. So from this 40 inches now, I'm going to use it to extend the overlaying that I'm going to have at that slit part. So yeah, I'll just come out by 2 inches, then I'll mark it down at 2 inches and then mark it down. So when we get to sewing part, I will explain what this is for. It's just to fold to hem the down part here. Now we go ahead to, I'll connect my hip to the sleeve for that cow effect. So yeah, just like this. I hope you can see. So I'll connect it like that for my hip line to the sleeve, just like this. So we are done with the measurement. Now I'll come to the neckline. Now at this neckline now, I'll go in by 2 inches for the back neck depth, or 1.5 is okay. So I'll mark 1.5. So I'll mark 1.5 for the back neck depth, and then for the front I'll be marking 4 inches. 4 inches. So I'll connect the line to the shoulder width. This is the shoulder width. Right, there's the back. So for this now, for the front, this is going to be my front. I'm going to come in by half an inch. Then I'll come down by 3.5 inches so that it will allow the easy passage of my neck. So I'll just make a small. So I'm going to pick out, separate the back from the front now, so I can cut out the neckline for the front. So I'm going to cut the neck facing now for the front and for the back. So for the front, I'm going to pick part of my pieces that I earlier cut out from that side, like this. And I'll place it, the folded part on the folded part. So okay, so I will just cut this out. So this is going to be the facing for the front. So when you open it, it's just going to look like this. Now I also cut out the facing for the back also. Sewing part, for the sewing part, before sewing, I'm going to attach stay to the facing for both the front and the back. Then I'll make sure I weave it round. After weaving it, then I'll place the right side, facing right side, like this. This is the right side of my fabric. I'll place it like this. Then I will sew round like this. After sewing, I will notch it, turn it over, then I will iron it out using hemming gum to hold it down. Now I'm done sewing the neckline and the, look at, I've attached the facing to the neckline here, and I've done the same thing for the front also. So here is the front. I've attached the facing to it. Look at it at the front. So this is the applique I was able to get, because that applique in the video and the inspiration is quite expensive. So I got this one. This is what I could avoid. If that's anything you want to put now at this point, you can put it, but for me, I'll be doing it after sewing everything. So I think this will go this way, like this. I'm going to use my hemming gum to iron it to it. So just like this. I have two of it. I might be making use of the two or just one, because if I'm going to use the two, I'll just place one like this, and the other one will start from under like this. But this stay by the way. So let's go ahead with our sewing. So I think it's giving, I don't know. So let's go ahead with our sewing. So I'll pick up the back bodice. I'll place it in front of the front bodice, right side, facing right side. Then this way I'll go ahead and sew. So for me to have a neat finishing here, I'm going to use the back facing of the back to cover up the front like this. Although I've already, okay, sorry, this is the front, so this is the back. I will use the facing like this to cover it up like so, this way. And when I cover it up like this, I'll just sew half inch down to the end of the sleeve here. So I'll go ahead, do that. After sewing to the edge of the sleeve, I'll make sure that I weave this edge so that because the fabric is very free, you can see. Then after weaving this edge, then I'll come back to show us the next. I'm already sewed the shoulder together. Then I'll weave it so that to have a good neat finishing at the edge, because this fabric frees a lot. That is the thread I'm pulling out. So now I'll turn it properly. So this is how the neckline is going to look like. So now I'll join the shoulder together this way. Here's where the shoulder is, and here's the front. The next step now is to go ahead and make our elastic casing. So I'll go this way. You see, this is the allowance I left for the elastic casing. So I'm going to fold like this, half an inch, then 1 inch to meet this part like this. So I'll just fold it like that and sew it to the end here. When I sew it today, I'll do the same thing for the other side. Then I'll come back to show us the next step. I'm done sewing the elastic casing. Look at it this way. So it's like this. You can see how neatly sewn it is. Now I'm going to go ahead and insert the elastic. So after inserting the elastic, I'll hold it this way. Then this is my elastic. The round sleeve, my round sleeve is 12, so I'll be making use of 10 instead of 12 because it will stretch. So I'll be cutting 2 for the 2 sleeves. So now I will insert my elastic inside this casing using my pin and So I'll pin this part down also. Then I'll do the same for the other sleeve. I'll go ahead now and place my fabric like this. Like this. And this, like so. So I will sew from here. I will sew an half an inch, come like this. I will sew half an inch round to this point. So when I get here, I will knot it here. Then when I knot it, I'll go ahead and weave to this point. So when I weave to this point, so this part that I knotted, I will now show you what this place is used for, that what is meant for. I will now use it, I'll use it to fold to make an edge for that. So I'll fold 1 inch this way, then the other 1 inch like this to the part that I hem. So I will sew it down to the hem like this. I'll do the same thing for this side, sew to the hem this way, then I will hem the bottom, and voila, we are done with our cutting. We are done with the sewing. I'll come back to show us the finished work. Finally come to the end of the tutorial. So I've gone ahead to sew the side and weave it. So when you're making yours, I don't know, I'm always allergic to this in chief Arabic. So this is a sleeve that I was talking about. So I folded and sew this way. Then I went ahead to hem the end of the cloth. So now I noticed one thing about this fabric. If you are ironing it, it changes color. So I would advise, when you want to iron, you do the ironing at the reverse side, on the wrong side of the fabric. So we are done with the tutorial. I'm going to give this a good press. Then that brings us to the end of the tutorial. So before we end the tutorial, let me quickly show you how I'm going to attach my applique to the neck of this dress. So here, see, this is the neck. I'm going to place this like this, just this way, you see. Then I'm going to use my hemming gum to hold it down. So here's my hemming gum. To the end of the tutorial. The nice thing that is left for me is just to go ahead to the machine, use a white thread and sew it down to the dress, because this hemming gum is just for temporary holding. Then I'll put it on the mannequin for us to see. But if you've watched to this part and you're here to subscribe to our channel, please do, because in this channel we're teaching a lot of, we're bringing on a lot of sewing tutorials which you don't want to mix. And don't forget to give it a like and share it to those I believe they will need this video. And also, you can also ask your question in the comment section. I'll be there to answer all your questions. So for now, bye.